Hello and welcome to Hybrid. We are the channel that brings you the best knowledge combined with the best tools to achieve maximum health, maximum vitality, along with maximum fat reduction in the shortest possible time. Today's topic is the best time to perform cardio for maximum fat reduction. Get set to take a giant leap towards maximum health. Hello again and welcome to Hybrid. Today's topic, the best time to perform cardio for maximum fat reduction. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. It was the philosopher Galileo who stated you cannot teach someone something new. You can only reveal to them something which they themselves already know, and that is exactly what my intention is with this particular topic of the best time to perform cardio for maximum fat reduction. Okay, so the best time to perform cardio for maximum fat reduction is immediately upon waking in the morning, and this is for the following reasons. During the night, your body has been using energy to maintain automated functions. So these functions are the brain, the heart, the lungs, the liver, the kidneys, and a whole host of other metabolic functions, namely the clearing of waste, essentially, which we don't need to go into. But what we do need to establish is that these functions require energy. So this energy consumption during the night whilst we're asleep, then upon rising, places the body in a deficit, in an energy calorie deficit. So what this means is that any movement, exercise performed upon rising will dip directly into your fat stores. So essentially, this period upon waking is a golden window of opportunity to go directly into your fat stores. So, quite simple. Body during the night uses energy, heart, lungs, brain, kidneys, liver, to perform a whole host of functions, metabolic functions and other functions. So upon rising, this puts the body in a deficit. So this, upon rising, is an immediate window of golden opportunity to dip directly into your fat stores. So this time to perform cardio is incredibly efficient as well as incredibly advantageous. So make a note of this particular tenet of losing body fat. What is also crucially important to take advantage of this golden window of opportunity of fat burning is that you do not consume breakfast before you perform the cardio. Reason being, it will greatly substantially reduce the fat burning effect of the cardio if you consume breakfast before performing the cardio. And this is essential. As we discussed earlier, the body is in a deficit state. So by taking advantage of this deficit state, we're working with the body to dip directly into the fat stores. If we consume breakfast, then perform the cardio, this will greatly lessen the effect, the fat burning effect of the cardio, because it will start off other processes within the body such as digestion, absorption, so on and so forth, which will interfere with the fat burning process. So it's quite simple. Do your cardio immediately upon rising, and do not, if your goal is maximum fat reduction, then perform the cardio before breakfast. This is essential. What you're doing is elevating the basal metabolism, which will cause the body to burn fat all day. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. the conclusion is immediately upon rising to consume water, then go into your cardio routine. Preferably when you wake up, it's most efficient to perform your cardio on the spot. It's not essential, but you know, for efficiency's sake, for a busy person, then perform your cardio on the spot. It's done with. So that's the conclusion. Now we've dealt with the science and physiology of this particular topic. Now we need to go directly onto the positive and what we need to do in practical terms to achieve maximum fat reduction. And you know what time it is. It's health time. Hello and welcome to Health Time. Today's topic is the best time to perform cardio for maximum fat reduction. We've covered the key essential pieces that you need to know in order to maximize the fat burning capacity of the period of time in which you perform cardio. So let's start with preparation. Okay, prepare a very basic cardio routine the night before. Be prepared, so you prepare everything in advance. If you haven't exercised for a while, then keep it simple. And this can be knee bends, it could be air punches, whatever you're comfortable with. You may have injuries, you may have inflammation in the joints if you've consumed a wheat diet for a prolonged period. See my video on wheat, Hybrid0001, if you want more information on wheat and the inflammation it brings into the body. But needless to say, even if that's the case, simply prepare a cardio regime that you are comfortable with, not me or the workout DVD or the guy at the gym. You are the expert on you. You know if you get a twinge or this or that. Remember, the cardio is simply a tool to elevate basal metabolism in order to keep the body burning fat all day. So bear that in mind. Okay, so that being said, prepare a simple routine the night before. This could be knee bends, it could be air punches, whatever it takes. You prepare something that you're comfortable with because you're in that fat burning zone. Secondly, avoid the temptation of going full bore. Now, what do I mean by that? Avoid the temptation of the intense cardio workout. You haven't exercised for a while and now you're going to go full bore. Perhaps because it's a penance or some type of, you feel it's some religious punishment you feel guilty about. Do not feel that way. Because again, if you've been consuming a wheat diet, you may have inflammation in the joints and this will exacerbate, even cause injury. There's a famous book called Law of Running, spelled L-O-R-E, and in that book it is highlighted that doing extreme cardio without any building up slowly and momentum can actually damage the fibres of the heart as well as other injuries. So bear in mind, a good rule of thumb would be to think of the heart cardiovascular system as a type of engine. It's a very crude example, but like a car engine that hasn't been turned over for a while. If you suddenly get in it and start revving the pedal, it's going to cause damage to the internal workings of the engine. Very crude analogy, but good to bear in mind. So you need to think in terms of starting gentle and building momentum. Even gentle knee bends is sufficient, because all cardio is, in terms of maximum fat reduction, is a tool to elevate the basal metabolism. So become accustomed with that concept, rather than this extremism whereby you could damage fibers of the heart or joints if you've been consuming a diet. So start gentle and gently build up momentum. Remember, you're already in the key fat burning zone by performing the cardio at breakfast. So come to terms with this concept of starting small, building momentum, and slowly working up to a higher level. Don't feel guilty about starting. It's consistency above anything else that will yield incredible fat reduction results. So bear this in mind. Okay, so next step, consider using a beep timer, which you can download for free from the App Store or from the Play Store if it's an Android device. Consider downloading a beep timer, and what I would recommend is setting the beep timer to 5 2-minute intervals, which constitutes a total of 10 minutes. 10 minutes is more than adequate. So essentially the beep timer will go off every 2 minutes, signaling that you've gone to that 2-minute mark. When you're performing cardio, again, what we referenced earlier, go at a moderate to even low pace, because what we are doing is using the metabolism as a tool to burn fat. So all we're doing is elevating the metabolism, as opposed to performing cardio for an upcoming athletic event, which would of course require a different level of intensity, so on and so forth. Our goal is maximum fat reduction, so that's what we're focused on. If we're doing training for an athletic event or some other type of event, then the cardio training is different. But for maximum fat reduction, we go at a moderate to low pace, using it as a tool to elevate the metabolism. So be aware of that. So use a beep timer. It increases motivation because you can work to each 2-minute beep, and it breaks the 10-minute period down into 5 manageable slots. Psychologically, it's easier also than a long block of 10 minutes, and 10 minutes can be a long time to exercise consistently. So use that as a motivational type tool. Also, create your favorite high energy playlist, so your favorite tracks. This will vastly improve motivation, coupled with the fact that you, safe in the knowledge, you know that performing cardio at this time is giving you maximum results. Cardio performed at other times will still yield results, but will be far less efficient than working within this golden window of opportunity in terms of dipping directly into your fat stores. Okay, so the conclusion is this, and I'll make it simple. Use all of these cardio methods to reduce body fat, but also combine them with a zero wheat diet. Bring these together and you are going to see a huge reduction in body fat. In fact, I will guarantee your body fat will reduce day after day after day, week after week after week, on a consistent basis, on a nice smooth plane. Any changes you make to your physical regime or diet should be done gradually and not drastically. You don't make drastic calorie cuts. You slowly come down on a trajectory, the way a plane would come into land. So a nice steady arc to your goal. Okay, that's all. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hope it has provided incredible value, incredible utility to you on your journey towards maximum health, maximum vitality, and of course maximum fat reduction. This has been a hybrid presentation, and it has been an absolute pleasure to share this with you. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Once again, it's been an absolute pleasure, and remember, until next time, we can do this together. God bless.